Alright guys, what's up? It's King here and I'm back with another DFFOO JP video. And I won't start off by saying fuck this fight, but nah, seriously, this is the World of Illusions Spiritus Shiva fight, and yeah, it was a pretty interesting fight. What made it so rough is, playing the beta version, can't read the anime fine. So when I first did this fight, I really did not know what was going on throughout the fight. I was like, why am I dying? Why am I not doing damage? Why ain't there health going down? I'm like, what's going on? Like, it's this boss. I wouldn't say it was particularly hard. Once I got all the mechanics down, it wasn't actually that hard, but some things I want to point out about the boss. It probably could have been easier. I actually pulled for Edgar. I'm not interested in this first because he's not a character I'm really interested in, but I said I'd get his force and LD and stuff, and I was able to get that, and I build him up later just for the ticket run and also just to see how he is with the rework and everything, just for content creation purposes. Also, I wanted to get at least some of his kit to show him off a little bit to the people that's playing Gold Boy and wondering how he'll be later on in the future, when it comes to that point when he reaches global. But I will say this: let's talk about the boss. The boss actually has some quite interesting mechanics that might become a regular, I think. One of the mechanic that I think that will become a regular, the boss has HP thresholds that, let me explain, below 89%, I believe 69% and 49%, the boss HP is locked at those thresholds until they are able, not get a turn, but after your attack at least. So let's say if you have a, theoretically they're at 69%, you're at 999% force time and about to do, well, let's say they're at 70% and you're about to do this big attack. No matter how much damage that attack does, the HP will only drop to 69%, no matter what, until after the attack and they do whatever mechanic they have to do. It'll show up on screen, and then afterwards you can bring that HP damage to the next threshold. And like I said, I know for certain it's 89%, 69%, and I believe also 49%. So that was quite interesting, because with that it kind of makes, you can't, it didn't do too much, but it kind of makes the rush downs a little more, tricky. But I actually like that mechanic. The mechanic I don't like is this boss petrifies you a lot. And I believe they do it at the beginning of the fight. They just randomly select a target. Sometimes it's the same target, sometimes it's different targets. And that's where my calls came into effect, because with the bosses, like I said, they petrify you at the beginning of the fight below 60%, and I believe at the 30% threshold. So that also can hinder your force time, because it's almost like a wasted force turn. But other than that, yeah, let's talk about the bosses. They gain an aura, and there's 4 levels to the aura. There's a red level, a blue level, a yellow level, and a white level. And they gain this aura. The first time they gain it, I can't even remember the threshold, but you really don't have to too much worry about it. The second time, I believe, is at 50% and at 20%. These times you have to worry about them, because if they attack within the red aura, it's an instant kill, instantly. Now for the 50% one, I believe all you have to do is hit one weakness. Yeah, hit the enemy with a defense ignore damage while they have at least one type of weakness, meaning melee, ranged, or magic, to bring down the aura 1 level. They'll go from red to blue to yellow to white. And you have to have them in white aura to finish the fight. This is even after the 20% threshold, because as you will see in the video, at the red, you don't want them attacking in red, you're gonna die. The yellow does have like a shield or whatever they develop, but they also can die, but it's really not too threatening. The blue is, they basically can't die the white, they have to be at the white aura at the end of the fight to actually kill them. So that's really where the calls come into play, because at the last threshold you have to have all 3 weakness types on them while doing the defense ignoring damage, which means only Edgar or having 3 different calls will actually do that. What I did is I went with the Hope call, the Aura call, and the Irvine call, because Irvine call also gives you a like a 6% blind debuff, so that actually helps with the random petrifications they do at certain HP thresholds, because you want them to miss as much as possible, because of course a lot of, more than likely you're going to be a force time when they do this petrification. So that's like a force, that's like damage that you don't get because you're turned to stone basically. And you can't assume it, you can't use debuff immunity on it. Raijin call doesn't work, so the only way to do it is to actually have the miss. Now Rydia call will work because of her evasion, but with this team setup I don't have anybody to do the different damage type weaknesses, so I had to use that took up my 3 call spots. So I am gonna go back and try it with Ego. I think with his LD, well, with his force only, with Sid Reigns, it'll pretty much be, it might even be easier than this run was. And you can get through with this run in 1 force time, but I just want to be on the conservative side, because before I was able to understand all the mechanics, man, this boss just kept whooping my ass. Like, it literally took me a day, because I don't understand what the hell is going on. Oh, and also, here's the thing. When I was talking about the auras, I forgot to mention, they aura goes up by +1 if you have a character on the field with a special overhead buff at 5, I believe it's 5 stacks or more, it may be over 5 stacks. So basically, Sid Reigns can get 6. Core has 7. And mostly you don't press that button. And I wasn't understanding at first, like, what's going on. Then I actually read up and I'm like, okay, so I actually had to drop Core stacks. That's why throughout the fight, I actually let Core's buff fall off, because I didn't want him doing his preemptive strike and raising his stacks back up. So yeah, but Core, the damage beforehand was great with Core's preemptive strikes. It's just that little last 20% you really didn't want him doing all of much. But yeah, this interesting fight. I think they should basically do these mechanics again. Not the petrifying, just the HP thresholds. Everything else was complete bullshit. Like I said, it was just so annoying when you can't really see what's going on with the fight. And maybe if I had other characters built up, I wouldn't be this stressed. I probably should have just built Edgar up, but I really wanted to put a video out without him using them, because a lot of people are like, you know how it is when one of these fights come out, oh man, they're making us force pull Edgar. Like, no, there's always ways. For what I've seen, there's always ways around the fight. If you have certain characters, there's always ways around the fight. Stop with the old force pulls. Like, that probably is one of the most irritating things about this community. Oh man, they forcing us to pull. Like, okay, even if they was forcing you to pull, like, what are you gonna do? Let the game end and you have a million damn gems, and now you just looking around like, oh man, it's over. Yes, and you did utilize some of these characters who you might not want but are actually interesting. Like, that's why I pulled for Edgar, because I actually want to see how interesting he really is. I never really cared about the character. He looks dull, but with this rework, I think I'm gonna check him out. I'm gonna upload a video soon to check him out. Just haven't really had time. I was trying to deal with this and work and stuff. And y'all know how life is. Man, sucks adulting, but whatever. Yeah, but other than that, the boss does have like 220 HP apiece, so they're definitely raising the HP limits in JP right now. I think the last single target boss had like 320 million, if I'm not mistaken, for Core's Lost Chapter. So they're definitely stepping it up with the HP, which I kind of like it because well, I wasn't playing through the period, but a lot of people said it was just roll rating these Shiryus like it wasn't anything. But yeah, other than that, the fight is pretty much over. Like I said, you can utilize it. You can get it at 1/4 time. I just wanted to be on the conservative side because I tried it so many times and I was kind of done with this fight. Like it was making my head hurt. But once I understood the mechanics, like before this run, I actually did a run and I was like, I got them to like 4% and realized I haven't used, but they went into force time and I had no more forces, but I realized I didn't use the summon or a Sirai's burst phase. So I was like, okay, I got it. I just know what to do next time. And pretty much this was an easy run. I just went through it. Once I had the strategy, I just went through it. Like it wasn't really anything that bad. But yeah, in this force time, as you can see, I avoid the EX because I don't want Sid Reigns to go to 6 because I'm not sure if that'll keep them in red aura or not. But yeah, as you can see, look, going down from red to yellow, next to be blue, get them to white, then I'll actually be able to kill them. But other than that, what's next? Crevice is coming to JP. That's gonna be interesting. Seeing as so we can't read, well, I can't read. A lot of us that are playing JP game can't read what's going on. Crevice might be interesting, but I guess we'll see when it actually comes. How? I'm pretty sure there are people that have translations out, so we'll be able to get it. But other than that, yeah, I had fun with this fight. Had fun with this fight after the stressful moment. The last time I had fun. Before it was stressful. Then when I finally figured it out, it was fun. I actually like the mechanics with the HP thresholds. The stone shit, they can keep that. The random stone that you can't avoid unless you evade. That's well, I guess they do that to like. They probably have other mechanics to try to mess up your force time, so you just can't keep rushing down the bosses. But yeah, Word of Illusion, Spiritus. The Shiva. Shiva's always, I know that Shiva's always gonna be a bullshit fight, but yeah, it's Shiva. They say we gotta bullshit it, but that's pretty much it. All I have. This is King, I'll see y'all in the next video. Y'all have a good one.